Alrighty, guys, this is Snugsonblitz, and if you didn't know already, the Black Friday event just dropped about 2 hours ago, I guess. So we're going to take a look at what's available, what tanks are in the store, and if there's anything good to be had. If you're not familiar with the Black Friday event, you can take a quick look at it here. I'm just going to save you the trouble. Skip the video. Many people will say, hey, I might be able to get coupons to get this tank, the 116 F3. No, you probably won't. Why do I say that? Well, it's down here and you can see it. You're going to need 1,600 of these freaking coupons, and that is a lot of coupons. So unless you're willing to spend $200, I don't know, $300, something around there, this tank is way out of your reach. So if you see this tank or even this tank running around on the battlefield, my guess is one of three things. One, they've got a press account. Two, they decided to spend a frick ton of money. Or three, they got super lucky. Because you might pick these up in crates. This tank, the Vipera, I mean, I wouldn't even bother with it. It's just a CC64 downgrade, if you ask me. I mean, is it strong? Yeah, decently. But is it worth spending your cash on? No. But what is interesting are the tanks that are in the store. Here we are, the Black Friday event. Now, I live in Japan, so of course my prices are set in yen. You'll have to check how much they are in your country. What I can say is that the gold prices are the same regardless of where you are. At least I believe so. So we've got some interesting tanks to talk about. Are there some good deals? Maybe so. Of course, you may have all of these or none of these. And so I'm going to guide you through what tanks I think are worth picking up if you don't have them, and if the price is fair or not. Now, bear in mind, next month, the end of December, there's always the Christmas auctions. It's an exciting time for blitzers, tankers. They want to pick up new tanks or tanks they've always had their eye on for a good price. Prices drop day by day, and yeah, it's a great time to pick up new tanks. But Wargaming has so many premium tanks now. Before it was easy to kind of predict which tanks will be there. Now there's just so many. So my guess is that these tanks that they have in the Black Friday event will not show up in the auctions. Last year that was the case. I was hoping to pick up one tank in the auctions that did appear in the Black Friday event, but they did not have it. I thought, that's interesting. I think they just don't want any backlash. I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I did notice one tank that was available that did appear in the auctions, but that seems like that's no longer the case. So if there's a tank that tickles your fancy, you've got gold to spend, or you want to pick it up, now would be the time to do so. Don't wait for the auctions. But remember, you might be able to get some better deals in the auction, but you might not. Anyway, let's go through these tanks and give you my thoughts, shall we? First one, the Caro 45 ton. Well, last time it was in a draw, I believe, and somewhere around, I think to get it all, it was 32,000, I calculated, 34 something, somewhere in that realm. So 20,000 is pretty solid. Is it a good tank? Well, I've only played it once or twice on my friend's account. It seems pretty dang good. Progetto-ish. And at 20k, I think that's not a bad deal for a tank that's only been around, I guess, 2 years or something like that. Next to it, you have another tier 10 tank, the Badger. Well, if you want DPM, I mean, this is one of the tanks you got to consider. Slow, armored beast, but man, this thing can chunk off a frick ton of your health in a very short period of time. 16.5k, that's not bad. Bear in mind, I picked up the Badger, I think 2 years ago for about 11k, I think, in the auction. So that puts things in perspective. Essentially, there's been tankflation over the past 2 years. So tank prices are no longer as cheap as they once were. There are some good deals to be had, as you're going to see, but you have to just readjust your pricing for many tanks. Not all. So 16.5k, I think it's a fair price. Is it the best choice? Well, right next to it, you got the 907. And if you want a medium tank, if you like that playstyle, this is maybe the best of the bunch. 15k gold, that's a fair price. It's got that spotting mechanism. Great stuff. I would say this is the highlight of the three. The only problem is You've got other tanks that have similar playstyles, Object 140, T62A, and the T22. Many people have picked up the T22 already, so what can I say? If you like that playstyle, I think, hey, this is probably the best deal of the bunch. But if you're a little bit tired of that playstyle, want something different, maybe the Cairo 45 ton is more your cup of tea. And if you just want armored and an ability to obliterate opponents quickly, I would say the Badger is the easiest choice of the three. I mean, it's just easy. Just walk up, shoot, and that's it. But the problem, of course, you don't have a turret. So, kind of dull playstyle in a sense. Anyway, let's move on to tier 9. We have the Cobra at 11k. That's not bad. It's not that old. It hasn't been available very often. I think I picked mine up for 15k or something like that a while back. I could be wrong about the number there, but I really like this tank. It's Conway-ish. It is a tank that's kind of hit and miss, though. Some people hate it and they really struggle with it. Other times you'll do incredible damage. It's kind of an iffy type of tank, though. 11k, I think that's a fair price. A bit overpriced, I guess, for a tier 11, tier 9, 11. What am I saying? For a tier 9 tank. If it was 10k, I would say that's definitely a better deal, of course. 11k, slightly expensive, as we have three other tier 9 tanks. Let's take a look at what else we have. Of course, the Char Futur. I don't know how to pronounce that, so you can tell me in the comments how to pronounce that. I do apologize. For 10k, well, that's been around about the same amount of time as the Cobra. Maybe even the Char 4 is newer. I'm not sure. I think if you want damage potential, you got to go for the Cobra. Char 4 more for the enjoyment factor, although it is a harder tank to play, I guess. Tough one there, but I think for the price, 10k, I think that's more what I would say is acceptable. WZ114, very slow tank, kind of a meaty tank, bruiser type, 9.5k. Is it worth it? I don't know. Is it enjoyable? It's got that long reload, so I'm gonna say not as much, I don't think. And you got the T55A, which is the oldest tier 9 premium tank, or second oldest, I'm not sure which. It's been in the game for forever. 9k, oof, I don't know, just get the T54 and the tech tree. It's identical, or pretty much identical. So, what would I say for these tanks? I would say the top choice would be the Char Futur. Yeah, great little tank. 10k, best deal of the bunch. Yeah, it's not as cheap as the other two tanks, but the WZ114 is really slow. I would say second best would be the Cobra, and then the 114, I guess. T55A, again, you've just got the tech tree version, so you don't need to spend your gold. Moving on to tier 8 tanks, where we have some nice little deals. We've got the Senlac, which is the first time it's been available in the store, I think. 10k gold, slightly pricey, considering you can get the Char 4, which I think is the better tank tier for tier. But it's an enjoyable tank. Again, I've only played it once or twice, but I'm going off what people told me. Interesting tank, kind of fun. Again, it would be nice to be down around 9k or 8k, would even be better. So, but as I said, tankflation, we've got to adjust our expectations. So it's kind of a newish tank. First time it's been available, 10k, a little bit overpriced. But hey, if you don't have it, maybe you want to pick it up. I am definitely considering this one. The KPZ PR68. 9.5k. I mean, it's okay. Not much to say about this tank. It's like a spooky, a little bit slower, better armor, if I'm not mistaken. I've only played it once, I think. Didn't really, I don't know, get my blood pumping or anything like that. So, again, it would be nice to be down around 8k, but that's not going to happen, I guess, just because it's not that old. And now we go into the older tanks of the bunch, starting with the Emil 1951. 7.5k. It's a fun tank. I really like it. It's really grown on me. A long time ago, of course, the Emil 1 outclassed it. Now I like the versatility of this more because it just feels better. It's just agile. It doesn't quite have the armor, but it is a lot of fun. 7.5k, not bad. Again, would be nice around 6.5k, but what are you gonna do? That's not a bad deal, I will say. What about the Barask? Well, there we go. This is one of the most sought after tanks in tier 8, and for good reason. Very strong tank, fun tank, 2 shells that do hit hard, good armor actually for a medium tank. This is, I would say, my first must-have tank on the list, really. 8k, affordable. It's a great little tank. I would say you got to pick this up if you don't have it. Type 57. Well, this is a strong tank. I would say this is stronger than the Emil 1951, probably for most players, just because the armor works. Side scraping possibility, hull down capability, gun hits hard, but that gun is so freaking troll. Oh my god, it's annoying. So just make sure you aim it all the way and you'll be fine. If you don't, forget it. It's just going to go to the moon. It's horrible in that sense. So you'll get very frustrated in this tank if you don't aim in. So just make sure you aim in and you'll have a good time. 7k, I think it's, I guess, fair. Solid tank, definitely competitive. And if you double platoon these, well, pretty tough to deal with, I must say. Any other better choices? Well, look what we have at Defender Mark 1. My goodness me. Yes. Yes. 6.5k. Just get it. Get it. Oh my gosh, this tank is freaking amazing. Yes, pew pew gun, but those 4 shells and that turret is so tough to deal with. Hull down, man. This tank can hold like a boss. Of course, as long as you don't fire all the shells and you have no support. You get circled death or charged on. But this tank is a must-have, in my opinion, in your garage. 6.5k, yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Fun. Well, what about this one? The SU-130PM. Oh, this is fun. Yes, it has no armor. Yes, if you get lit up and you have no support, you're going to get wrecked. But my goodness me, this is a sneaky little tank. The gun hits hard. It's accurate. It's fast. So once you get lit up, let your camera reset, then get the heck out of there because you are fast. This is a fun tank. Maybe among, if I'm talking about fun, I'd probably say this and the Barask are probably the most fun. Absolutely. STG, no. This is a tough tank to play for most players. It's just hard to manufacture shots. Yes, the enemy might not be able to hit you, but every time you try and get a shot, you pretty much have to reveal everything of your tank. So tough tank. It is a challenging tank. I think if you want to test yourself, it's good. I would like to see this price around 4k. 5.5 to me is a lot for a tank that you're going to struggle, or most people struggle with. It does hit pretty hard, but it does need more pen. So against tier 9, it does struggle. So I would say give that one a pass for sure. CS52, listen, this is actually a good tank. It is a really good tank. But now we're dropping down to tier 7, so we've got 3 choices here. Is it the best one? Well, 4k, not bad, but we got this for free in the event, so now you're going to have to spend gold. It would be nice to see it around 3k, but I guess it's decently strong. It can definitely hold its own. Not a bad tank by any means. Definitely in the upper echelon of tier 7 tanks. It can do a little bit of everything. It's got some armor, decent speed, gun is solid. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Just as I said, slightly overpriced considering we got this for free. Or my friends and I did. The AMX 1357. Now this is a fun tank. It's a fun tank, but it's not an easy tank. And you'll be doing like 60 damage per shot. So you have to got 6 shells. You're going to be like bam, 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 bam. And you'll bounce a lot on a lot of tanks because their armor is strong. If you don't use Pramo, even if you use Pramo, sometimes you're going to bounce a lot. So again, 3k would be nicer. 2.5 would even be better. I'd definitely go for the CS52 over the AMX 1357 if you want to win. If you want to have silly fun, yeah, go for the AMX. The Type 62. Well. Now we're talking this is the oldest of the bunch. It's been around for ages, but this is fast. It's agile. It moves well. It feels close to Drac in maneuverability. Not quite as fast, and the acceleration is not quite as good, but man, it does feel good getting around the map. The gun is solid. The Pramo on this is very solid. I can't remember if they've nerfed it, but man, this tank used to be able to just shred heavy tanks at distance. You could use this as a sniper, push in later. Oh, good stuff. Outspot your opponents. One of the best light tanks in the game and one of the most fun in my opinion. 2.5k gold. Absolute must-have. Absolutely must-have if you don't have it. 2.5k, what a steal. Object 244, 2000. I mean, tier 6 tank. I mean, it's decently strong. At one point, it was one of the strongest. It's now upper area, but not top 10. I would say maybe 11 to 12. Solid tank, can do the business. But I wouldn't get it. Just spend a little bit more and get a Type 62. Much more fun. A little bit tougher in the sense that you're gonna have to understand how to spot and get to good positions. But man, that param was so good, as I said, on Type 62. And last one is the Snugsonblitz 7482. 1.5k. I mean, that's the price I'm thinking you should be paying for tier 6 tanks. So price is fair. Tank is just okay. Would I get it? Nah, I wouldn't bother. So that means I have given my seal of approval to the Karo, Badger, and 907. They're different playstyle. They're all solid tanks. Just depends on which one you want. Best deal of the bunch, I would say, is the 907 if you don't have it. I'm just saying, judging if you don't have any of these tanks, I would probably go for the 907. Best price, best tank. Tier 9 tanks. I give my seal of approval to definitely the Char 4. Just don't expect your gun to do massive damage. It's not an easy tank to. You gotta, it's one shot and take your time. Think about movement position. But I really like this tank. That gets my highest seal of approval in tier 9. Cobra comes second, and you can skip these two. In tier 8, Senlak. If you're just looking for a new tank, this is probably the best of the new tanks. I would skip that one. I mean, it's all the same price. So. Now, with the older tanks, you've got quite a lot of choices. You can go for the Barask if you like that playstyle, or if you want a hull down God, I'd go for the Defender Mark 1. Also hull down, it's Type 57, heavy playstyle, but fun tank. If you like Object 252, you're probably gonna like this. Again, aim in, trust me. Definitely the SU-130 for fun. That's crazy fun. One of my friend's favorite tank in the game. ML951 is also a very solid tank as well. So, to be honest, all these 5 tanks here are all very, very good choices. Again, depends on your playstyle, what you like to play. But if I had to rank them, I would say Defender Mark 1 because the price, that's the best. Second would probably be the Barask. Third would probably be the SU-130. Fourth, I guess for most players, I think the Type 57 would be more enjoyable because it doesn't have. This is faster, but it doesn't have the armor. So you can get a lot of bounces with this tank, the Type 57. And then lastly, in tier, you can skip the SCG for sure. That is not a good tank in comparison to the other tanks. And in tier 7, it's an easy choice. Let's go for the Type 62 if you want to pick up another one. I don't know. I guess the CS52, but just the price, I think if it was, as I said, 3K would be more an affordable price, I think. AMX, again, silly fun. Silly fun, but it is fun. So you have to judge. Do you want to play for fun? Do you want to play to win? Very different. If you want to win, as I said, tier 7, I'd probably go for the CS52 or the Type 62. If you want to win in tier 8, I'd probably go Defender Mark 1 or Barask, maybe Type 57. But if you want fun, I'd go for the Barask or the SU-130 PM. Yeah, definitely. Even those two tanks can't compete in tier 9. Again, for fun, I think probably the Char 4 for damage potential. I would say go for the Cobra. Strongest tank, probably a Char 4. But again, you have to know how to play a medium tank. This you can just play as a tank destroyer, sit at the back. Yeah, it's an easier playstyle. Cobra. And in tier 10, as I said, such different tanks. But if you had to choose between the Karo and the 907, I'd go for the 907. They're both medium tanks. The spotting mechanism is really, really nice. So what am I going to buy? And the reason we're going to do it is because I get to choose some other things later. But I'm going to buy my Karo 45 ton. Here we go. Ta-da! I finally have it in my garage. So I'm down to only missing 2 tanks in tier 10, I believe. That's really nice. So I pop over here. Ta-da! Where's my new tank? There it is, the Karo. Yay! So let's put some stuff on it. I don't know what I'm going to use. Well, I'm going to use this. Might as well. As for camo, what I'm going to do. Ooh, I want that. I'm gonna have to probably get that later on. It's a nice glitch. I really do like that. But for now, I'm just gonna shove on something that looks kind of cool. Got so many freaking camos, I swear. Not bad. I kind of like this one just because the gun or the barrel just is different color than the rest of the tank. Not bad actually. I kind of like the glowing one, but I think probably this is the better glowing camo. That looks decent too. Well, too many choices to choose from. I'm just gonna. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad either. Turret versus the tank itself. Always been a fan of that one. The Invader. Oh, this is that new camo I just picked up recently. I think it looks pretty snazzy. Yeah, I kind of like the glowing camos, I must admit. That looks ugly as sin. Ooh, yeah, that one. Oh, that one. Goodness me. What should I choose? Can't decide. For now, I'm just gonna put this on. I'll just put that. For now, it's free, so just shove that on for now. Oops. And this one. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep that on for now. I'm going to put some provisions on it. Of course, cheese, gear oil, and improved fuel. I like improved fuel, but I could do that one as well. I'll think about it. And ammo. Camo. Drop them about 45. That should be fine. I mean, these tanks have so many shells these days, I must say, and I don't need that much. HE probably 12 is enough. And there we go, something like that. There we go. And of course, these tanks are fully equipped, which is nice. So do that. Decently fast. What's this? I do like getting extra speed on a tank. That's always nice. There we go. So that's my first tank. Any other tanks I'm going to pick up? Well, oops. I am actually going to pick up one more tank for now. I'm going to pick up the Senlac. Yeah, a little bit pricey, but what the hell. I've been waiting for something to buy for a while, and yeah, I've been saving up my gold. So there you go. I do like British tanks. I don't know why. They gel with me. Tier 8. British. Where's my tank? Is it light tank? There it is. Light tank. Yeah, it's nice. So light tanks are always dangerous and silly fun. Oh, nice APCR. That's not bad. Standard. I like that. Don't need that. And of course, boom. That's my usual loadout. So there you go. 2 new tanks to play around with. And gotta put some camo on it. I think I'm just gonna use one of my. For now, I'm just gonna use the free one. I'll take a look at later which one really suits my tank. Does it have a legendary? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. And no attachments for whatever reasons. I find that interesting that some tanks you can put attachments on, some tanks you can't, and some can only put some tanks. So now, why have I done that? Because I have 228 coupons, and you're going to see me throw some money away. Now, unfortunately, I cannot quite get this, and I would need another 2 to get it, but look at the chance of getting it, 0.5. Eesh. Granted, you do get 3 boxes here, so not bad. This is only 20. Chance of you picking up anything. Remember, 0.5 in the last one. This one is 0.03. Okay. So again, this one, let's take a look. 0.5. Yeah, that's a big difference. 0.03. This one. So these tanks, if you ever get anything in here, you are a very lucky, well, you know what to say. This one, of course, comes with these things. Yeah, I mean, you'll get them, but, you know, just expect to basically get gold out of these. So, need some gold? I guess they're worth it. 125 for this one, and the Grand Surprise container. You get these, as you can see, 2.5. So you're going to get one. The question is, which one? Nothing else is available, and when you get one of them, you have a chance to get the tank or 5k gold, depending on which one you get. These are all tier 9. Over here we got some. Let's see, we're at tier 8, tier 6. Tier 6, you only get 750 gold. You know, and again, statistics are the same, 20% chance. What else have we got here? We have this tank, the awesome container, right? Yeah, awesome container. Not as awesome as you might think. I've got pretty much every tank in there, except that one, if you can believe it. So, not a thing I really want to get, although I might be able to get some gold. But the problem is if I get these tanks, I get credits. Come on, turn it to blue. Turn to blue. So, skip that. This one, mega container. Well, I don't have that. That's my lone tier 10 of premium tank that I don't have. It's got this and this in it. Now, what are my chances of picking it up? Well. 0.03. So, yeah, nightmarish chances of picking up a tank. And lastly, we have a mystery box. Of course, we are familiar with those. I mean, you might be able to get this tank. I mean, and this I've actually picked up 3 of these recently, if you can believe it, in mystery boxes. The problem is I got 2 tanks which were gold tanks, so I only got credits, and I got 1 tank that gave me gold, but it was only a few K. So 0.05. Ugh, yuck. So what to do? I've got 228. If I bought 1 more tank, I could, possibly try and go for this. Should I? What do you think? Again, that's not looking good. That is not looking good. And by the way, if you're thinking about 50k gold, look at that. 0.005. Yeah, like one of the luckiest people on the planet, or in the Blitz world, if you get that. So, yeah, these crates are just, you don't expect anything from them, and I think you'll be okay. So, because I have got 228, I think 75 and a 125 are probably the best deals for me, probably, and then maybe this one, because I can't quite get one of these. So that's 1, 2, 3 boxes, basically 1, 2, 3. Sorry, but as I said, in the Grand Surprise container, I will get some gold, but not much. This one, as I said, it's got something. The problem is I got them all, so this one is not going to be useful for me. So I'm going to skip that one. 75. Again, almost no chance of getting a tank. However, there are a few tanks in here that I do not have. Bisante, WZ111. I wouldn't mind them, actually. I mean, they're not tanks I have high expectations for, but I could get 3 of these, right? Yep, I can get 3. Shall we go for that? I think I'm going to go for this. Okay, let's do it together and pray for me. Claim 1. Claim 2. Now, you might disagree with me going for these, but what the hell, right? So I'm down to 3, and I can get absolutely nothing. The question is, did I get anything? Let's find out together, shall we? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of these things. So many things. Anyway, chance of getting something. Slimpton on. Here we go, Slimpton on. First. Hey, I'll take a 1,300 gold. That's not bad. So I spent 30k and I got second one. Come on, give us some gold, baby. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 350 gold. And I got to collect them all container. Let's open that as well. Collect them all. Give me a tank. Give me a tank. Of course not. No, of course not. Yes. No. Never expect anything out of those things. And we have one more container left. Here we go. This is it. 1, 2, 3, and some gold. Yeah, so there you go. Nothing. I didn't expect anything. And there you go. So that is all I got for you right now. I will be playing these tanks later if you want to see, running around with my new auction tanks. Yeah, let me know what tanks you picked up or what you're thinking about picking up, and I'll give you my thoughts. Of course, we'll be talking about the Christmas auctions next month, but for now, that's all you got. I'll see you tomorrow. Snugsonblitz.